Hey guys, I got a great song here to enhance your strumming. It's going to be a little bit of a faster song. Shenandoah, next to you, next to me. Let's check out the chords right now. All right, friends, you're going to need to be on Capo 1 or fret number 1, and you're only going to need 4 chords. So you're going to need a G, you're going to need a C add 9, you're going to need a D, and you're going to need an A. So in this song, guys, it's kind of a cage system. It really makes it a lot easier where you can just play your G and your C add 9 and your D. Throughout the entire song, except for playing that A chord, you're not gonna need to move these 2 fingers right down here. And the A chord is only played one time, really quickly. It comes out of nowhere. It's like, why did they even put it in there? I have no idea. The song has an intro that is just G to a C add 9, G, D, G to a C add 9, G, D, C. And I believe they go through that one more time, but we're only going to do it one time for this lesson. The strum pattern you're going to need is going to be semi-complicated. I did put the strum pattern up here for you, and it sounds like this. Again, the strum pattern is there for a guidance. It shouldn't be something that you sit there and stare at because you're going to take away from the feel of the song and being able to actually put your heart and soul into it and develop your own strum pattern. Obviously, if you're a beginner, you're going to be going. Okay, so let's take a look at that intro and exactly how that sounds. Here we go. Now, when it gets into the verse, it's pretty much the same thing that they do on the intro, except they sing over the top of it. The chords that we're going to need in the order for the verse are going to be as such. You're going to be a G to a C add 9, to a G, to a D, and you're going to do the exact same thing again. G to a C add 9, G, D, G. Now, one thing to note is that when they sing the verse, the first time they hit that D, the D stays for a little bit longer, not a long time, but the last time that they do it, it's a real quick just kind of turnaround. Let's take a listen to how that sounds with the lyrics and the intro. Here we go. Rolling down the hill in my pickup truck. You better get ready, cause I'm picking you up. Full moon shining and a little bit of luck. Run out of gas and maybe get stuck. It's pretty quick, guys. Now we're gonna do that exact same thing, and I'm gonna call out the chords as we go. G. C. D. G. C. G, D, G. Again, guys, to make those movements really easy, just make sure you just stay in that mode of just moving your fingers. I've taught this in several lessons, but we'll go over it again. On that G to that C add 9, all you have to do is just drop the 2 fingers of the G down 1 string. And when you hit that D, lift up on the middle finger, but then proceed to move the index finger down 1 more string. So the index finger is going to have 3 times it moves. It's a very common progression. Sit on your couch, just sit there and just do this, and you just keep moving. There's a lot of songs that use this, and they're great when you can stay within that cage system. All right, guys, now we're up to a chorus, and let's take a look and see exactly what the progression is going to be for the chorus. You're going to need a C to a G, to a D, to a G. Stay on the G, C, G, D, G. G, D, hold on to that, G, D, G. Here we go. We're going to come out of that last line of the verse and we're going to go right into it. Here we go. We'll run out of gas and maybe get stuck. We could get lost, baby, I don't care. I don't worry as long as you're right here. Ain't no place that I'd rather be next to you, next to me. Ain't no place that I'd rather be next to you, sitting next to me. Good job, guys. Now it's going to go right back into the intro again, and you're going to repeat exactly what you did at the very beginning. Now we're up to the next verse, and the next verse is exactly like the first verse, and it's got a different chorus with different words, but it's all the same playing. After that, then it's going to go back into a third verse. And this is where that A comes into play. It's a little bit different, but we're just going to go ahead and do the third verse by itself. We're not going to play the last chorus or anything like that, and I'm going to show you exactly what it does. So the progression is going to be like this. You're going to need a G, to a C, to a G, to a D, G, C, G, D, G. Now I need to interrupt because this is about as close to a chorus as you can get. It's almost like they added on to the end of the verse, but it is the exact same thing as what the chorus is, except for they got that A in there. Because as soon as they get done singing this, then they go into another chorus. So it's a little bit of a different structure. So let's just assume that this is part of the verse, and the progression that you're going to need is going to be C, G, D, G, C, G, A, D, D. It's a little bit different. So now let's go ahead and go through just that one part. We'll start at the very beginning of this verse and then we'll get into that part. So it's going to be an extended one. That way we can get to that A. Here we go. Radio playing our favorite song. I'll change the station if the news comes on. When the signal ain't coming too strong. We'll make our own music, honey, all night long. If the good Lord's willing, old and gray, kids are growing up and moved away. We'll be rocking side by side with the barbecued chicken and the TV guide. A little bit different there as it jumps to that A and then it goes into ain't no place that I'd rather be. Guys, it's a little bit of a complicated song when it comes to the strumming pattern, but I have all the confidence in the world you can pull it off. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Hey, I've got a lesson especially set up for you to be able to work on that strum pattern. I've got Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash up here, which I think comes very, very close to the strum pattern we just did. Hope you enjoyed that video. See you next time.